In Melbourne, the Poupons discovered some of the solutions proposed by GDF Suez to meet Australia's ever-growing water requirements. Today, they're flying to Adelaide to meet another player in the water treatment sector. Seen from the sky, the ground below is a vast desert landscape.
Alors là, on survole le désert, on est à la sud d'Alice Springs. Dans à peu près 2 heures, on arrivera à Adelaide.
It is here that another subsidiary linked to Suez Environment and Dègremont AllWater has set up an experimental project, a futuristic water treatment plant.
Nous sommes venus ici voir un petit peu ce que devenaient nos eaux usées. Nous sommes tous des utilisateurs du robinet. On reçoit de l'eau, mais aussi on a une eau sale qui part après la lessive, après les toilettes. Cette eau arrive ici et est donc traitée.
The factory receives 250 million liters of wastewater per day from various human activities in the city. The aim is to recycle this waste, be it solid or liquid. To reuse the water, first of all, it has to be disinfected. The first characteristic of this plant is that it uses the most abundant natural resource on the continent, the sun. The wastewater is poured into vast basins where bacteria proliferate under the action of UV light, instigating an initial disinfection process, as the site manager Phil Whitten explains.
What is the process here?
This is called the activated sludge process. So this is a process where we use bacteria to break down the wastewater. Those bacteria feed on the waste that's in that water. That breaks down the pollutants in the wastewater and also some of the nutrients that are in the wastewater.
Basically, the bacteria digest the pathogens which could be harmful to humans. The second stage involves separating the water from the mud. To do this, the engineers use a system called dissolved air flotation. They inject tiny air bubbles into the dirty water, which draws suspended particles to the surface as they rise. The floating organic matter that is then formed can be skimmed off the surface.
It's a little bit like if you mix up lemonade with orange juice, all the pulp from the orange juice floats to the top. That's essentially what we do here. We put bubbles in the bottom, they float the solids to the top, and that makes the water clear. At the same time, the water goes through a sand filter at the bottom and comes out of the sand filter looking much like drinking water.
But the mud that is recovered is not thrown away. It undergoes another innovative treatment. The sludge is laid out to dry in the sun. It will be stocked here for 3 years, the time it takes for the bacteria to transform it through fermentation into good, usable soil.
Donc il y a vraiment un très long processus avant qu'elle soit donnée aux agriculteurs qui puissent l'utiliser comme une base d'engrais dans leurs champs, voire dans les vignobles.
Part of the organic mud is kept apart in large closed tanks. Patty Atkinson tells the Poupons how fermentation once more transforms the mud, but this time into a gas, methane, which can be used to operate a turbine to produce electricity.
We only treat the sludge, the solid material in here.
Yes.
Bacteria are active in the digester, producing the methane gas, and then we produce the energy.
Yes.
And for the whole site here, we use maybe 5 megawatts a day of energy, megawatt hours a day, and about a third of that is utilised through gas generation.
The resulting water, after being cleaned with chlorine, is then ready to return to the city's water supply system again.
This is the final product water. So this water looks like tap water, looks like drinking water. It's not, but it is suitable for reuse on market gardens and for gardening in general. From here, it's pumped north of the city and reused.
30% of the city's wastewater is therefore used again in the urban water system. By recycling the organic mud, using the sun's natural energy, minimizing the environmental impact of waste products, and producing green energy, the Adelaide site presents excellent eco-friendly results. Recycling has become a necessity in our modern societies. The Poupons will soon discover another such innovative project as they continue their travels on the great island continent.